Welcome, everybody, to La Cantina del Diez. I'm Marcelino, and I'm with my boy Oscar today. We're going to do a deep dive today into the World Cup final, which is on Sunday, Argentina versus Spain, España. We've got some other things to talk about today, but to start off, we've got a couple beers here, Oscar. I think we need to talk about what is at the front of our table right now. If you can give some insight.
Try getting in the World Cup mood. We bought some Spanish beer. We look for Argentinian beer too, but hard to find in the Bay Area.
Yep.
But picked up some Estrella Galicia. To be honest, it wasn't very good. It kind of tasted like a skunky beer. So, for today's episode, we're going to have Old Faithful.
Good old.
Un
Pacífico. Ponte el amarillo, as they say. Wait, what do you open that with?
Our bottle opener for today is going to be my daughter's hairbrush.
We got the daughter's hairbrush.
You can open a beer with whatever you have.
With literally anything, they can open it up with anything. So you've got his daughter's hairbrush. Cheers, bro. For those that are listening and not watching the video, Oscar just used his daughter's hairbrush to open up our beers, which in itself is an impressive skill. Yeah. One that's been handed down from generation to generation.
Practice at the carne asadas for the last couple of years.
From it is a rite of passage from Perez to Perez. I have not gotten there yet. But to start out, we're going to talk a little bit about sort of how España and Argentina got to where they are today and talk about some of the games that happened earlier this week. We had some really good ones. To start off, we had France versus Spain, which was, I thought, a super exciting game. I don't know how you felt about it.
Yeah, I think the world probably thought France was gonna put a.
I put money on France too.
Now we know why they lost.
It is.
A little inside joke for the people that know matches.
I don't have a good track record with any sort of bet.
But ownage is ownage.
It is.
Spain, I think, in the last 3-4 competitive games against France, they've taken all of them.
Yeah.
Yamal versus Mbappe. I think this year they won all 7 of the games.
Yeah.
So it hasn't even been close.
I think I saw a stat that it's like 9-2, like Lamine Yamal all time between the two of them when they go up. It is. You can call Lamine Yamal Mbappe's dad.
Yeah.
El Papi Yamal.
It's crazy because I think that's Mbappe's first World Cup loss was to Spain. I don't think they lost in 22. It was in penalties.
Yeah, in regulation. In regulation.
First World Cup loss in regulation. So.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a super interesting game, and going into it, I'm like, there's so much firepower from Spain, or Spain and France. Like going into it, France was just dominating teams and looked like they were going to go through it, but I felt
like they were on a collision course with Argentina.
Oh, 100%. And like Argentina had a little, like, the easiest cakewalk.
Yeah, but you play who's in front of you.
That's true.
And, but it's not their fault Uruguay, didn't show up.
Yep, that's so true.
Portugal was supposed to win the group and meet them in Miami.
Didn't. Colombia.
And Colombia, lost in PK.
Ay, mis parceros, I'm sorry.
You play who's in front of you, and credit to them. Argentina's just been on a whole different mission.
They have been. Talking about this France and Spain game, what do you think were some of the key pieces of why, like, France didn't look as good as they had throughout the whole World Cup?
For me, there's 2 players, Cucurella and Rodri.
Yeah.
Rodri stuck his nose in every single battle and won almost all of them.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone from France came close to having the intensity that Rodri had. And Cucurella, if you look back at the game, every time anyone from France took a bad touch, he was right there.
He was
right next to any of the wingers. If you know me, I love Barcelona, but Cucurella and Rodri were just out of this world in the game against France.
Yeah, I thought the tactics were really interesting. And when I was watching it too, I know we were in a group chat with our brothers, and they were like,
shout out Lemon and Adrian.
Lemon from North Carolina and Adrian in Seattle. But seeing the tactics of, like, Spain, as soon as they lost the ball, there was that high press, and France had a really hard time with it, especially passing it through the back. You would see several mistakes from the keeper and the defenders, and then as well, they had opportunities where you thought they were going to get a break, they're going to play a through ball from Olise to Mbappe, and Spain just smothered it up.
Yeah, I think the main difference in the game is France doesn't have those like gritty players in the midfield.
Yeah.
I think only Rabiot, but I mean,
It was
Rodri and what's my guy from PSG, Fabian?
Yeah, Fabian, Olmo, and Rodri right there in the middle.
And then Salva drops back also, so you almost have, an extra midfielder at all times.
They were always, and just looking at the tactic side, there were always at least 4 to 5 guys going around the ball at all times. Compared to France, they would have Rabiot and Tchouameni that were there, and so they're just always outnumbered. So you would really see Spain taking advantage of those opportunities when they came up. And I mean, they had the early yellow to Rabiot. That played a big difference in terms of how aggressive he was going to be in terms of winning those balls, but also that early PK.
Oh, yeah.
That really set the tempo as well, I felt.
But I think Spain did the Barcelona method against Real Madrid, where how do you neutralize all the firepower? You take the ball away.
Yeah.
And I don't think France just kind of just didn't seem like they were ready for the game.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know how to counterattack what Spain was producing, and they kind of just laid down.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I mean,
they quit.
They did. You saw Mbappe had a little fight there towards the end, too, where he was like trying to do Mbappe things, try to take 2 or 3 players and just make some magic. But at that point, like, it was just one against the world, it felt like.
Yeah.
And by then, you're just hearing the oles towards the end of the game.
Dembele became Barcelona Dembele, not PSG
Dembele. No, don't even.
Where he forgets how to play.
He's like, I play against Spain right now. Yeah. Take me back to my Barcelona roots. But yeah, it was really impressive to see Spain put on that type of performance. And like you said, the statistics and the head-to-head really shows for both of them. And I think Spain, I mean, they're the Euro champs, and they showed it.
No, I think it's going to be interesting against Argentina. I know we're going to talk about it in a little bit, but I don't think Spain is going to be able to control the possession of the game the same way that they did against France.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Argentina has a lot of gritty, like South American style,
in your face, dog.
Yeah, we're gonna make it a street fight.
A little help from the refs.
Yeah, a little bit. So we'll see if Spain can, have that same grittiness that they had against France, because it's gonna be a whole different fight against Argentina.
Yeah, definitely. Before we're gonna talk about Argentina versus England next, because that was a crazy game as well. But I just want to say, overall, going into this final, Spain is 37-0. That is an insane stat.
So you're telling me to do for a loss.
Basically. Hey, like, I mean, we'll talk about at the end who our final prediction is and the winners, but I mean, I don't have a good track record.
Yeah.
I even told a group chat that
I want to make money, go against Machi.
Paid Machi, I think, is we'll start making some shirts.
A couple people were able to get some houses in the Bay Area going against Machi's predictions. It's good across all sports also.
I even in a group chat said I think France is going to win, but in the back of my head I said I want Spain. That's how superstitious I am, and it worked out.
Yeah.
So I think Argentina is going to win.
There you go.
In hopes that Spain wins. But let's talk about this Argentina-England game, because that was, in terms of tactics, in terms of the game and how it ended up, that was crazy as well. It was super, super tight.
Yeah.
And gritty. I mean, some fouls that I think should have been called, like handing out yellows a little bit. I think the ref overall, considering how hard these teams were both going, I think overall did a pretty decent job. But man, they were going in hard.
Yeah, I think let's say if there was a different ref, an early yellow to Enzo Fernández or someone in the midfield, some of the center backs, it for sure is going to dictate the game of play a little bit more in the favor of England.
Yeah.
But the ref was good. I mean, he wasn't, there's a couple calls here and there, but I don't think he influenced the game the way that other refs kind of did in, the other games for Argentina. But
definitely.
First half was super gritty, very tactical. I think both teams were scared to be brave,
Yeah.
Obviously, you get the Anthony Gordon goal. What was it, like minute 50 something?
Yep. Minute 53, I believe.
And then Tuchel's biggest mistake was just parking the bus with 40 minutes left.
The English bus was not holding up this time around.
We talked about it for the Mexico game. If you're going to lose, you lose with your sword, not with your shield.
100%. I agree with that.
And if you're gonna go out, you got to be brave. You got to keep your forwards. You can't take all your attacking players out and just park the bus straight up, because it's a recipe for disaster. And we saw Argentina do what Mexico couldn't do. They had variety in their attack.
They did.
You saw Enzo Fernández had a couple shots. McAllister hit the post a couple times. So it was bound to happen. I think England was hoping and praying at that moment for PKs.
They were.
Because the game was just lost as soon as they sat back.
It was so interesting because I actually thought England was doing a really good job overall before that.
Yeah.
Like going into that first goal, and that was a great play. You see Harry Kane come back, win that ball, and that makes it really hard for the defenders that are tracking because he comes back so deep.
Yeah.
And then Bellingham takes that space. And so he plays that ball over the top. England wins that second ball, and just the directness of that really worked well. You kind of saw England take advantage of those spaces on the wings and then try to cover up and clog the middle, where Argentina was really trying to, do some passes, link up play.
Yeah.
Which didn't work out at the beginning, but once England started pushing back after that first goal and defending deeper, you really start to see Messi get into these pockets of space where Messi's just going to do Messi things.
Yeah.
And we're not Argentina fans. Straight up. We'll be honest. We're not.
I like Messi, but
I can appreciate Messi.
Yeah.
Messi, I mean,
he's the greatest of all time. No debate.
No debate.
I think now, even for the biggest Maradona Argentinian fan, the debate's over. Maradona made it to 2 World Cups. He's 1-1. Messi's now going to be in 3 World Cups, and he's 1-1.
Yeah.
So just off of World Cup finals, Messi's already beaten Maradona.
Yeah.
Longevity,
and his club accolades as well with Barcelona. Inter Miami, they just won a cup too.
No, but I think England looked really good against Mexico, but I don't think England knew how they made it to the World Cup semis. I think kind of just showed up, against Norway. Also, I mean, I don't want to say they were the better team, but Norway had chances to beat them.
100, yeah.
And you get to a point where you face a team that just has that belief. And I mean, Argentinians, when they put on the albiceleste,
they're different.
They remember how to play football. I mean, Romero almost went to the championship with Tottenham.
Yeah.
And with Argentina, he looks like Beckenbauer.
He does.
It
really is. I think that's the one thing, and I think for people that are like first-time watchers for football, soccer in this World Cup, and I think that's been really special about this one specifically for U.S. fans and people that just love sports in general, how cool an environment the World Cup has been. But some of these players, when they put on that jersey, and I think you can say for other sports too, they just become superstars, or they just have superpowers almost. They just really do bring out the best in them.
I think there's certain players, when they put on their national team jersey, it either weighs too heavy on them and they don't show up, or they rise to the occasion and they become an even better player. Bellingham was amazing for England.
He was so good.
I mean, that England team was Harry Kane and Bellingham and a bunch of, random EPL players.
They were wearing the biggest freaking backpacks. They were just carrying that team.
Yeah. I mean, Bellingham, I hate Madrid with a passion, but Bellingham shut me up this World Cup. He was running for 2-3 players.
Insane motor.
Yeah.
The whole game. Especially, I mean, obviously, because we're Mexico fans, it was disappointing, but just watching him defending and then immediately going on to the attack, box to box.
Literally box to box.
Was incredible to see if you appreciate the game, but I think that's something that's been really special.
Yeah, but the Argentinian players, I mean, these guys will die for Messi.
They do. They
literally will die for Messi.
Yeah.
And, not to bring Portugal and Ronaldo into it, but you saw the difference in the two, national teams. They're both amazing teams, amazing players. Portugal, I think they want Ronaldo off of the team.
Really?
I mean, or at least not starting.
Yeah.
And there wasn't that team feeling wasn't there, you know? And Argentina, it's like they know they're going to make history with Messi. They know they're going to go down as, legends in their country. And now they have the chance to cement that legacy even further. So they're just literally willing to do whatever it takes to win the game.
Yeah. And when I was watching, and we'll just talk a little bit about Portugal as well since we're on the topic, but when you see the way the teams are set up too, I feel like Argentina is more set up to make Messi shine than Ronaldo was in terms of their tactics and how they played. I was watching Ronaldo, and he was actually making some great runs during some of their games, but he just wasn't getting fed the ball. And I think that does play a little bit of the tactics, but I agree with you too. I felt like he would have more of an impact as a sub. That's my personal opinion. But I think
when Portugal plays, there's 22 guys on the field, and there's 21 that are world class, and there's one that's not world class anymore. And that's Ronaldo. You know, he's just
you heard it here. You heard it here.
Hot take. You know, it's not even me hating on him. Obviously, his play and his stats speak for themselves, but he just doesn't have it anymore. I mean, you can't say we're going off topic now, but you can't say I'm back when you score a goal against Uzbekistan. You know, and then you don't show up the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a good track record in the knockout rounds, just throughout his entire career, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So sad way to see a great go in terms of their.
He's gonna be there in 2030.
He's gonna in crutches or a wheelchair. He will be there.
I would not be surprised if he's there.
He is one of the.
I don't think he's announced his retirement.
No, definitely. I think he's still gonna play for his club, but we'll see.
No, but I don't think he announced his retirement for Portugal.
Well, I guess we'll see in 4 years.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's in Portugal too. It's Portugal, Morocco, Spain.
Yeah.
And then the two inaugural.
The Euros in between also. Thing is, the Euros are in the UK.
We'll see. We will tune back in a couple of years
clip
it. Yeah, clip this right now. Let's go into this final, though. Who do you think is going to win this final on Sunday?
I would want Spain to win, but I think Argentina's going to win.
Tell me why.
Like I mentioned earlier, Argentina just has... They just have it. We've all played sports.
Yeah.
Argentina just has that aura to them where they could be down 1 or 2-0, and they're gonna keep fighting until the game ends, and they're just gonna find a way.
Yeah.
I mean, you have guys stepping up from every single position. You're getting goals from Julian Alvarez now.
Yeah. He had a banger too.
Yeah.
That was a really nice goal.
I think their weak spot is their wingers.
Agreed.
But their midfielders are workhorses. Enzo Fernández is probably the best center mid in the world right now. Him or Rodri.
And then he goes to club and he looks entirely different. But right now,
he puts on the Argentina jersey and he just becomes, one of the best center mids in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no denying it. I think Pickford could have done more in his shot.
I agree.
But it's going to be interesting to see Rodri versus Enzo Fernández.
Yes.
I think Spain's going to try to dictate the game, but Argentina has dogs to win the ball back, which France didn't. So I'm going to edge it out to Argentina. I think the score is probably going to be 2-1.
Okay.
Very tactical in the first half. I think the goal is going to open up the two teams.
Yeah.
And I think Argentina scores first. Messi is just on a whole nother level again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they're just going to do whatever it takes to win. They play with no pressure.
Yeah.
They've already won 2 Copa Americas and a World Cup. So I said it before the tournament started. This Argentinian team just plays with no pressure whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, it's going to be the World Cup final, but, with 3-4%, or from 1 to 10, they're like at a 4 in terms of pressure. Spain hasn't been there. Yeah, they've won a Euros.
Yeah, they won Euro.
But it's not the same as the World Cup final.
No, that's true.
I
am going to take Spain. And it's funny because we were talking about this before, and I thought you were going to say Spain too. But I'm glad you said Argentina so that I can take the other team now. But I think Spain. And I think you said it earlier. The lack of quality when it comes to Argentina's wingers, I think is going to bite them in the butt later.
Yeah.
When Argentina won their 2022 World Cup, I thought they had great winger play, which really opened up the middle for Messi and to create spaces for their players to really come and make those runs. And they've been getting the opportunities this time around, but you saw at the beginning of the first half, they didn't have no shots on goal. Neither did England.
Yeah.
But I think that's where Spain's biggest strength is.
Lamine Yamal has to show up.
Oh, Lamine Yamal has to show up for sure.
He's been good, but he hasn't been Barcelona or Lamine Yamal.
No, 100%. Yeah. And I mean, he's coming off that injury. Now he should be, basically 100%, but you're not seeing that quality. I mean, they're also, teams are being smart. They know that he's that player that can make the difference. And so they've got 2 guys on them or like, sliding to help out. But I would say for Spain, sort of their keys is, again, sort of controlling the tempo, winning that ball quickly, clogging up that middle where Argentina's trying to make some quick combinations to move forward.
Yeah.
And I think, if Spain goes up at any point during the game, can they keep the pressure on Argentina and not sit back like the other teams that have played Argentina? Because you've seen Argentina.
And I think they will. That is their style of play.
That is. And so that's why I think, for me, that's why I think Spain could win it. I'm going 1-0 Spain. I think it's going to be gritty and tough. I think Spain is going to control the tempo and move the ball around in Argentina's half. I think they'll probably sit back, personally, just because of Spain's quality across, and they're used to that pressure, and they can move that ball out of the press and find those spaces in the middle, especially when they try to overload it. But I think it's going to be a really interesting tactical game. If you're someone that likes tactics, I think it's going to be really interesting.
I don't think there's going to be fireworks like the France-Argentina from 4 years ago.
Along with that, just because it's a final in general, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think it's a very different final from 2022 with the players and the styles of the teams that are playing.
My main thing is I just don't think Spain has enough gritty players to do a street fight with Argentina.
Yeah.
Argentina's gonna make this game so ugly. They're gonna.
I think they will too.
They're gonna be, little elbows, little kicks here and there. I don't think Spain has ever faced a team like Argentina. I mean, obviously you don't have that style of play in the Euros.
Yeah, it's very different.
And I don't think they've played anyone. I mean, they played Uruguay, but Uruguay had no quality this World Cup.
Yeah.
I just think Enzo Fernández, McAllister. What's my other guy from Inter Miami? DePaul. I mean, DePaul plays in the MLS, and he.
You mean Messi's bodyguard?
Yeah, I mean the guy. He's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just see Argentina. They're just gonna make the game.
Yeah.
Conmebol classic. And I don't think Spain, can win that style of soccer. I just don't think they have the players for it.
For those of you who aren't huge into following football, this is your first time, or just don't really know in terms of styles of teams, CONMEBOL is very well known for having very gritty, hard-hitting games.
Yeah.
And in Europe, it's very tactical for the most part. Yes, you'll have some teams that will park the bus, but yeah, very finesse. You're moving the ball around, great technique. CONMEBOL, you can say in CONCACAF as well. They're either parking, but
but it's different.
It is different. The quality in CONMEBOL is totally different.
Yeah,
across the board.
The qualifiers in CONMEBOL, I mean, just from the stadiums.
Yeah.
A lot of the Ecuadorians were complaining about Mexico, keeping up the players the night before, but that's normal in Libertadores.
I was going to say, that's why I'm like, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, does it play a part? Maybe, but, would Spain, how many games could they win in a World Cup qualifier? They would probably still qualify in CONMEBOL.
But I think it'd be hard.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, I think it would definitely take a toll on them more than in Euros.
Yeah, and like I said, I think it's going to be 2-1. It's going to be very close. I think Argentina scores first, and I think they go up 2-0.
Who's scoring? Who do you have scoring?
I mean, it has to be Messi.
He's
scored in every single game except for like 1 or 2.
Yeah, he didn't score last game, but essentially in all of them.
I think he gets a goal, and I think McAllister gets a goal.
Okay,
and
you're
then
going 2-1.
I think for Spain, I'll give it to Ferran Torres.
Oh, Ferran.
He makes good runs, not because I like Barca, but he's always in the right positions.
Yeah,
I think he's gotten unlucky a couple times. But I see him.
Should we make a bet?
Yeah. We'll do whoever. I'll go Argentina. You get Spain. We'll buy the beers for next podcast.
Shake on it. All right, you saw it here first, everybody. The bet is set. I'm going. I can never pronounce Orizabal.
Orizabal.
Yep, I'm going Orizabal. First half goal. I'm getting specific about it. First half goal. Keep it 1-0, and then Spain will have some opportunities. Argentina will have some opportunities, but ultimately Spain comes out on top, is my guess for this World Cup. So we'll see on Sunday. What time's the game? I think it's at noon.
I think it's at noon, yeah.
Noon, Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern. So make sure to tune in for that. It's going to be really fun, and I think a good culmination of...
We'll see how the environment is, you know.
Oh, that's true. And it's going to be in MetLife Stadium in Jersey.
I mean, of all the stadiums, you have so many to choose
from. We can its own podcast episode just about the stadiums and the fact that some of the stadiums that are being picked for some of these big games, considering, I mean, La Azteca.
Yeah, it had to be Azteca.
I mean, and you were at the Mexico game too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna close off the biggest tournament in the world, you have to do it in the most legendary, historic stadium in the world.
Not MetLife?
Nah, it's MetLife's a parking lot, you know, with no...
The new Eli Manning and the New York Giants winning against Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Oh, it had to be Azteca.
I agree. I mean, I am 100% with you.
All the England fans after the game, even before the game for the Mexico game, a lot of them were talking about how it was their dream to come to Azteca. And these are guys that, you know, they go to Old Trafford. Yeah. You know, I'm sure they've been to Camp Nou and Bernabeu, and they were saying that was the best stadium they've ever been to.
I've never been. I've been to Estadio Jalisco.
Yeah.
Which is, it has a lot of history. I wouldn't say it's the nicest stadium, but it doesn't compare. Yeah.
I mean, what stadium in the world can say arguably two of the greatest in their sport won the biggest trophy there? I mean, Pelé won in 1970 and Maradona in 86. Yeah. You know, it's the only stadium in the world that can say that. Yeah. And to not give El Azteca the opportunity to see Messi lifted there, or, you know, Lamine Yamal, or, you know, whoever it could have been. Yeah. I think it's just a huge mistake.
I agree with you. So we're making a petition, 2038 in Mexico as the hosts.
Why not?
Everybody get in on that petition and get it started, because 2030 we're doing a dual one in Europe with Morocco, Spain, Portugal, and then they're doing some games because it's the 100th year of World Cup. They're doing Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. Yeah. And then you've got Saudi Arabia in 2034. We can get into that later. To kind of cap this off, I want to talk a little bit about these end of tournament trophies. There are several that are done every World Cup. You've got the Golden Ball, which is given to the player that is like considered
the MVP.
The MVP of
best player of the
tournament. You've got the Golden Boot for the player that has scored the most goals, the Golden Glove for the best goalkeeper, and then the FIFA Young Player Award, which is given to a player that is under 21 years old. Let's do some predictions here and see who we think is going to win each. Let's start with the best one. Let's start with the Golden Ball. Who do you think?
I think Golden Ball has to be for a player playing the World Cup final.
Yeah.
So Bellingham, Kane, I think they're automatically out. I think it's between Rodri and Messi. And, I mean, how can you go against Messi?
True. I'm talking hypothetically. Let's say Argentina were to lose. Do you think Messi would still deserve the Golden Ball?
I think so. Okay. I mean, he had 2 assists last game. He has, 8 goals in the tournament?
Yeah.
So I think you still have to give it to him. But I wouldn't be mad if Rodri wins it.
Yeah.
I think he's runner-up.
I was going to say, I think, because those were the two that I was thinking as well. Messi or Rodri has clogged up that middle. And
he's been playing the level when he won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been good.
And so there is, I mean, a bias obviously for the team that ends up winning it. I'm going with Rodri for my prediction for if Spain wins it, for sure Rodri. But if Argentina were to win it, absolutely no questions asked. It's got to be Messi.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
For the Golden Boot, so the current standings for the Golden Boot in terms of goals, we've got Mbappe and Messi both have 8 goals. Erling Haaland, who they got eliminated in the quarterfinals, has 7. Harry Kane has 6, and so does Bellingham. So Mbappe and France do play in a third place game on Saturday against England. So Harry Kane and Mbappe still have an opportunity to score some goals. Who do you think is taking the Golden Boot for the most goals?
I'm going to say Messi. I mean, Mbappe, Bellingham, Harry Kane and Bellingham have to score at least 2 to tie.
Yeah.
I don't think they get 2. Mbappe, I could see him getting a couple goals. I just don't know how motivated he's going to be to play in that third game, third place match.
True.
So I'm going to say Messi wins it. I think Messi gets a goal, like I said earlier. I think Messi gets to 9, and Mbappe stays at 8, and he wins the Golden Boot.
I had the opposite feeling. I think Mbappe is going to be pissed. He's like, screw this. I'm going to try to score as many goals as I can. Give me the ball because I need some redemption here. And I'm picking Mbappe to win the Golden Boot. After
that third place game is always it's obviously the game no one wants to play.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're better off, losing before and just going home. I just don't know, like, one, is he gonna want to show up for it? Two, are you even motivated to play in that game?
Yeah.
I know you have to play it. Is he gonna play a full 90? Is he gonna just do a half?
Let some of the other
La
Liga
guys starts in what, a month and a half. Mm-hmm. So I think he's gonna be there, but not really, like, his heart's not gonna be in it. At least that's just me.
Who for the Golden Glove? So the best goalkeeper, who you got?
I mean, I don't think there's a debate. I think it's Unai Simon.
Yeah. I think that's.
I mean, he broke the record, right, for most minutes without receiving a goal.
Yeah,
he's been just a stud for Spain in the goal this World Cup.
Yeah, we both have Unai Simon, that he has been incredible back there. And I mean, he hasn't had to do too much work, but when he's been called on, he's done great.
Yeah.
Now this is an interesting one. We've got the Young Player Award. Who do you have? This is given to a player under 21. Who do you have?
I mean, there's a lot of good players. You got Neves, Mora, Arda Güler. I mean, he was supposed to be good, but he flamed out.
Didn't look great with Turkey.
You got Diomande from Ivory Coast, but I think the best young player has been Pau Cubarsí.
Yeah,
I mean, he made it to the World Cup final. He started every single game. I don't know if he's received the yellow card, but he's just been reliable.
Yes.
I mean, he's 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's been starting at Barcelona for the last 2-3 years. I know Lamine Yamal always gets all the credit, but you got to give him credit. He's reliable for Spain. I think easily he gets best young player of the tournament.
Okay. If I'm going with my head, I'm saying either Lamine Yamal or Cubarsí, like you said.
Yeah.
But I'm going with my heart on this one, and I'm saying Diomande. And I watched several of his games throughout the group stage, and just his presence on those wings and the way he takes on players.
Oh, he was nice.
He was cooking people.
Yeah.
I believe they had the assist against Ecuador. Might have to fact check.
Yeah.
But like, he was just so dangerous wherever he is, and I'm sure he's going to be due for getting called up to some big teams.
Huge transfer to PSG. That's a rumor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, PSG wants to get him.
He just is so dynamic with the ball and without.
I mean, he made Hincapié look bad.
Oh, well, man, Hincapié was just getting.
Yeah, he didn't have a good tournament, but that was probably the best left back of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And Diomande was just cooking him.
Yeah,
I mean, it was boys versus men that game.
So I'm going with him.
Yeah.
To kind of cap this off and sort of wrap this up, I thought it'd be fun. Let's do our tournament best. Our best 11. Who would be your starting lineup starting from the back goalie all the way up to strikers? Who's on your team?
All right. So for me, I know I said Unai Simon was the best goalie of the tournament.
Yeah.
But I got to go with my heart. You
got to go with his heart.
My guy Camilo Vargas, he received one goal. Camilo Vargas from Colombia, plays for Atlas. He received one goal all tournament.
Yeah.
And, it was his mistake against Uzbekistan, but whenever you go into the quarterfinals receiving no goals, I think I got to edge him out over Unai Simon. Obviously, Unai Simon, he's had a better tournament, but I'll go with my heart. I'll go Camilo. On the right, I got Pedro Porro, Pau Cubarsí, Romero, and Cucurella. That's my back four.
Yeah. And
then it has to be in the middle, Bellingham, Rodri, and Enzo. I mean, those three midfielders have just worked, like, I don't know. They've been amazing this World Cup.
Yeah.
And then my front three, I got Messi, Mbappe, and I went Harry Kane over
Haaland.
Haaland. Sorry, I'm blanking. Just because he won the game.
Yeah, he did.
Harry Kane was good. A couple penalties, that he scored, but you still gotta score them.
Yeah.
We saw Messi miss a couple in this World Cup penalty. Everyone likes to think that it's always a guarantee, but there's a lot of pressure behind those kicks. So Messi, Mbappe, and Harry Kane for me.
That's solid.
Who do you got?
So for my goalie, I've got Simon. We already talked about him, how great of a tournament he's had. And then for my right back, I'm doing a right wing back. We got Hakimi.
Yeah.
Who with Morocco has just been a staple and has been awesome with them. They had a solid tournament. They didn't make the semifinals this year, but I thought in terms of their play, they looked really great.
Yeah, they were fun to watch.
They really were. And then I've got on the left, Johan Vasquez from Mexico. I mean, they didn't make it.
He was good.
Past the round of 16, but he's so solid. He plays, is it Genoa?
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up afterwards, but he plays in Italy. In the air, incredible. Being able to break lines with his passes, getting stuck into tackles as well. I love watching him play, and I think he's young enough that he can make a big jump later on in his career as well. Then I've got Cubarsi as well. Originally I put Pedro Porro on the left, but he plays on the right. So I'm changing it, and this is going to be controversial, but I'm putting Spence there, which at the beginning of the tournament, he didn't look that great, but starting with the Mexico game, you really saw how he tucked in, really helped out with Piojo Alvarado, really kind of, I wouldn't say shut him down, but really forced him into tough
decisions. He was really good against Argentina.
In Argentina, he was going up and down, and he was one of the brighter moments and stars during that game. So I'm going Spence on the left. In my midfield, I've got Rodri, Enzo Fernández, which I think, no-brainers. And I've got Jude Bellingham, that dude, like with his motor going up and down. And up top, I've got, on the right, we're putting Messi. On the left, we're putting Olise from France, who had, I believe, 5 or 6 assists. Just the way he can get into spaces, play that through ball, take on players.
Yeah.
And we got to put in my boy Haaland.
No Mbappe on your team?
No Mbappe on this team because I wanted to make a little bit different.
The dictator's not going to be happy with that.
Oh, bro, he's got to watch out.
You might be on the chopping block.
I love Haaland, his physicality up top.
I mean, he was amazing.
And I was thinking about team chemistry, man. I can't have Messi and Mbappe, guys that don't work and track back that hard.
It doesn't work. We saw it at PSG.
You're right. We saw it live in real time. It does not work. So those are our top 11. And that's to wrap up this first episode. I want to thank you all for watching. We're going to finish off, though, with this little beer review now that we're kind of at the end of these Pacíficos. What'd you think? First of all, La Estrella Galicia.
The Estrella Galicia, if you're in Spain, I'd have it again, but it had a... How can I describe it? It had like a skunky, bitter taste that lingers in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my cup of tea. 1 to 5, I'm probably giving it a 2.
Okay.
But, I could see people enjoying it, when you're on vacation. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy that.
Fair. I agree with you. I thought it was smooth, kind of lighter beer. But yeah, that taste really stuck in the back of your mouth. Not going to lie, I started kind of chugging it just to kind of get through it, so that that taste would just kind of stay for one moment instead of the whole time. So I would give it, I might drink it again because I don't mind it, and it kind of reminded me of a beer that I recently had in Portugal. I'm going 2.5 out of 5, so kind of in the middle. Might get it again if it's there, but not gonna, like you said, not gonna go out of my way. And then obviously Pacífico, tried and true.
I mean, it's a classic.
Ponte el amarillo.
I think for Pacifico, I mean, for me, it's a solid 4. I mean, you could have, easily 3 or 4 in a day, and
you're chilling,
you're drinking them like water. Carne asada after a big soccer game, during the game, after work, shower beer. Can't go wrong with the Pacifico.
Shower beer, one of my favorite kinds of beers.
Absolutely.
Only behind an airport beer.
I think the next podcast we might have to talk about the favorite beers, because for me the best beer is the third beer.
The third beer. Almost there.
The third beer kind of lets you know where the night's gonna go. We either pack it up or we end up going hard.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you all for listening. Oscar, thanks for chatting with me. And let us know what you all think. Who are your World Cup final predictions. Who do you have as well in terms of these World Cup accolades
what's
and
your
trophies?
11? What's your starting 11?
Who is your starting 11? I would actually love to see that. Who is your starting 11? Put that in the comments. And looking forward for you all to pull up a stool again, have a drink with us, and talk some more.
And recommend some beers for us.
Oh,
I'm taking all beer recommendations
seriously
for the next podcast.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one, guys.